Hi vibes everybody, welcome back to Go Heal Yourself. Thanks for tuning in today. Today we're going to be going over some new energy work techniques and adding to what we've been progressively doing since I started the channel here. If you missed any of those videos, the starting videos for energy work I think starts on video number 4, so make sure you check that out if you're continuing along with us, and if not, you could probably just skip over this video if you don't care about the energy work aspect. We'll eventually be doing more body work, massage aspects also, and also this year I'll be focused on learning to forage and identify different plants, and then being able to make medicine, for whatever. Uh, so there'll also be videos on that. But anyways, let's get started on the energy work that we're going to be working on this week. So last week or the week before, we started splitting our awareness, and before that we were working on brushing, being able to brush the whole arm and the whole hand all the way through. Feet and legs, the same thing. The only thing is I don't have enough room to be able to zoom it out and show you it, but basically what I'm showing you on the upper body is same stuff you're going to be doing on the lower body. And this week we're going to add another technique to the same areas. And the reason that you add another technique is it's kind of like when you're lifting weights and you have a certain routine, and you start to plateau, and then you got to find something else to stimulate it, because what your body gets used to it, and you need to stimulate it in a different way sometimes. And that's why we learn different energy techniques, so that you have different things to stimulate it with. And so this week we're going to be focused on what's called wrapping. And for wrapping, what you want to do is we're again going to place our awareness in our hands. If you can't, just place them there on your own. Feel free to do this, rub them together, and that'll create some heat in between, and you'll feel it tingling a little bit, and basically that your awareness is going to go there because that's what you just did, and now you're going to have your awareness in your hands. Anyways, so wrapping, depending on the size of the area of the body that you're wrapping, you can use different fingers, but starting out, probably just use 2, and you're just going to take it from the tips of your fingers and try and feel the action that you're doing. Try and feel your fingers touching your skin and what that feels like. Just notice any sensations on the skin, and just notice how it feels and remember it. And you're going to wrap all the way up the arms, okay? And then you're just going to do the same thing again for the other side. You're just going to wrap it, you're going to feel it. Do it physically first, and then eventually, as you build more awareness, you won't have to do it physically. You can feel it. Once you place your awareness there, you just move it around and spiral it all the way up, and try and keep that sense of the feeling, that tact, that the tactile feeling. Focus on that rather than you just imagining your hand wrapping around. It's rather you're imagining the feeling of it. You're recreating the feeling of it rather than just imagining what it looks like. Use the picture of what it looks like to help with the remembering of what it feels like, if that makes sense. And so we're going to be doing that this week, and you need to be able to do it on both arms, both hands, both your feet and legs. And this week you need to be making sure that you're trying to get it up into try and really get it all through your shoulders and get it into your shoulder joints, because like I said before, all the joints in your body are pretty much like gates. And if that gate's clogged up or if it's closed off, there's hardly any flow going through it. You know what I'm saying? And so each joint needs to be opened up, and these joints and your hip joints, those are super important for the energy in your body and getting the most that you can out of what it is you're absorbing, or even just whatever you're putting out too, because these are big gates that control a lot of energy. And if they're not open, if they're clogged up, you're going to be getting only a fraction of what you could be getting. And so, yeah, work on wrapping this week. And again, you're just bringing it around. If you want to use 4, if that feeling is easier for you, you could do that. That's fine too. Just be able to wrap it up and come all the way up into your shoulders, come all the way up into your hips. There's a couple stretches you can do for your shoulders and for your hips. There's plenty of yoga techniques to be able to open it up. But for energy flow, you really gotta get into here, and you really gotta get into your hips. That's a lot of power. And also, if you need to, for a routine, what you should do is you should first place your awareness in your hands, brush them, do the feeling of the brushing from the first episodes, and then do both sides, brush your hands, then go down, brush your feet, both sides, the sides, front and back, both sides, and then brush your arms. Do all your brushing first, and then just go through and start wrapping. And to be honest, I was trying to cut out some of it because you can't put that long of a video on here, on Instagram at least right now. But to be honest, I would start wrapping each individual finger and make sure that you're paying close attention to the feelings that you get when you're passing your awareness through your knuckles, or through any of your joint areas. You need to be aware of the feelings, because you may start to experience, to where it's hard to even imagine passing your awareness through that area. And so you have to find a different way to be able to stimulate it, and these other techniques should be able to help too. But anyways, just continue to work on that for now, and we'll get more specific in all this stuff right in up through here. And I also just wanted to talk about relaxation real quick. I'm sure I'll have to bring it up again too, because relaxation is one of those basics that, we all start out learning. Especially like in the spiritual community and stuff like that, we all start out learning about relaxing and how to breathe and all this other stuff, and you start to move away from the basics, but the basics are the basics because they're what you need to know. And relaxation is so important. And just think about it in the fact of energy and blood flow, like I've talked about on the other videos. If your muscles are tense and contracted, they're not allowing the blood and all the other fluids in your body to flow through. So same thing with your energy. If you're tensed and you're tightened, and you're not going to get the same kind of energy flow you would if you were relaxed. And not only just relaxed like your body, but relaxed in your mind too. You're not really, it doesn't matter how relaxed your body is. If your mind's going a million miles a minute, you're still stressing out your body as much as you were if you were just as tight anyways. But anyways, just focus on that this week. Thanks for tuning in again. Appreciate you all.